Might actually jump in behind you. You seem to have a better idea where you're going.
So it's a 30-minute late start for DK 200, the 100, 50 and 25.
So we've just arrived in Emporia. There's riders coming in from all over the place, but just found out there's going to be a 30-minute delay on the start line because we're in the middle of a thunderstorm, which couldn't be more nuts. So yeah, half an hour later at the finish, maybe? There's some absolutely cracking poncho action going on out there. I think for now just trying to shelter as much as possible. We've got about 3/4 of an hour before the start. And it's looking very, very wet. Not what we were expecting or preparing for. Before we go any further, you might be wondering why I'm here. The Dirty Kanza is billed as the world's premier gravel event, and probably the longest too. Don't let the DK 200 title fool you, it's actually 206 miles of gravel and dirt roads that the Flint Hills region of Kansas has in abundance. So here I am, ready to take on the challenge, saddled up on the new 3T Exploro Limited, the thoroughbred of the gravel racing world. Shame that gives me no excuses but my legs, eh? I'll be riding amongst former and current pros, including Sven Nys, Jens Voigt and Katie Keogh, battling it out for the infamous belt buckle and the titles of the King and Queen of Dirty Kanza. Right, now back to the start. So we're here on the start line of the Dirty Kanza 200. We've got 10 minutes to go before we set off. It's been a little bit delayed due to the thunderstorms. It's taken a lot to get here, not just the transatlantic flight. It's been months and months in the preparation. I'm not shaking actually, but I just can't wait to get going. Massive day ahead, and I just really want to finish. So fingers crossed, it's going to be kind to me. Okay, so we're at mile 10. We've just rolled out of town, hit the first dirt roads. They're really flat to start with. It's basically like one massive peloton because these are actual roads. People are sticking to the lines where all the vehicles will be passing, which are a lot smoother. And of course now we've hit the first hills. I'm just going backwards, which is lovely, but just trying to chill out, zone to it, and see how we go. At mile 45, just 5 miles outside of the first checkpoint, which is pretty exciting. I haven't actually stepped off my bike since we left Emporia, just trying to keep going nice and steady, limit my efforts, especially on the hills. I've got a 42 tooth cassette on here and I am not afraid to use it. And it's been great. People are raising, just trying to make sure that I'm drinking and eating enough. This is really the easiest leg. So it's maybe a false sense of security, but so far so good. Before I even sit down, go into the sun. Oh, I'm glad to see you. So just arrived in Madison. It's the first checkpoint of 3, so it splits up into sort of quarters. I think I've sort of lulled into a false sense of security because that was the nicest one. We've got a bit of a tailwind. Flat-ish, it's like rolling, but you can quite nicely take the momentum. So the next quarter we've got the hills, and then in the second half we've got all the headwinds. So that was the easy bit done, I think. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic and not too hot yet either, which is great. At the checkpoints, priorities are focused on the bike and the rider. Fluids first, topping up water and hydration tabs in my Camelback and 2 bottles, plus taking a drink at the stop, as well as restocking snack supplies for the next 50 or so miles, is a good chance to have something to eat. And I soon learned that constant fueling in the heat of the day can be pretty hard. not long after the first feed stop, and we're hitting the hills. I'm here with Rob, who is riding a single speed belt drive. Pretty low maintenance, which is great, but how are you finding the hills?
Loving it.
Yeah?
Loving the hills, loving the flat more. Wind at the back.
All I can say is I'm glad I've got a 42 tooth cassette. Need it on this one. You missed a snake and a lizard.
And a
It was
skunk.
great. Yeah.
See the skunk?
Skunk?
Yeah.
No. Amazing. And I rode through this really deep stream that everyone else was getting off on. And I was like, great. Whatever happens today, I rode the stream. I think that's probably Welsh training for you. So I just had to stop here to show you this view. We've just turned onto this road. We've got a massive tailwind, which is great. We're at about mile 60, and as you can tell, this is the hilly part of the route. So we are going straight along this road with this massive tailwind, and then you can literally see the road going up and over the top of those hills. So wish me luck. I'll be back in that 42 again.
Even though the views were amazing, the hilly terrain was starting to take its toll on my legs. Coming into checkpoint 2 at the halfway mark, I'd already ran out of water. I couldn't have been more apprehensive about the headwind that was coming, and for the first time, I was starting to doubt whether I'd make it.
So we're at checkpoint 2, which is amazingly named Eureka. Just over 100 miles in, so just over halfway, which is ace. But what's not so great is that now we head back north, and the amazing tailwind that we've had for the last 100 miles is about to turn into a 20 to 30 mile an hour headwind, which I'm feeling very, very nervous about, and I think everybody else is too. So I think the strategy from here on in is just to try and find a big group with similar sort of pace to ride with and tuck in as much as possible. Now this one's upon recommendation from some of the comments under some of the Dirty Kanza stuff we've been putting out on YouTube. I'm feeling a bit skeptical, but I've heard that pickle juice is the one. If I can get into it, that is. Well, it's worth a go. That is disgusting. It's really salty. But given how much salt I've lost, it's probably a good thing.
After 15 minutes at the checkpoint and some pickle juice, I was ready to tackle the second half. With 60 miles into a headwind, I knew that making friends to ride with and draft behind was going to be crucial in keeping spirits high.
Oh, come on.
I'll make it.
You're doing great.
It'll be ugly, but I'll make
We'll
it.
get there.
It's an actual pickle.
This is a pickle pocket. I have no defense. Nor do I care.
Basically found someone willing to tow me to Emporia, so I'm just going to stick with that. It's just really hard to eat.
Real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, girl on my shoulder, heart full of blues out in the dirt, down in the dirt.
So we're at 140 miles, we've got 20 miles to the next checkpoint, and then from there to the end is about 40. So what was that, 60 miles to go? It's pretty slow going at the moment, it's this block headwind, which is lovely. But we're hoping it's going to die down a bit as it gets into the evening.
And it'll cool
And there's
down.
beer at the end.
And there's bratwursts at the next rest
great.
stop, and bananas and clementines.
Sounds like a dream.
pool. Swimming pool, yeah.
Hot
We have the
tub?
river crossing.
Done like a true local.
Warm pickle juice.
What more could you want? Oh, I feel like this is some sort of initiation or something to riding in the States. Oh. Oh, it's lovely. It's really nice. headwind is brutal. Going like 6 miles an hour. Oh my god, look at it! That's insane. Shattered. Crawled in. I've been trying to keep my eyes open since it's got dark. I don't know what to say. That was so hard. I'm glad it's only 40 miles to go and then it's flat. And then it'll all be over. Started going a bit doolally in my head and not really be able to think straight. It's been a very long day. Obviously it's dark now, struggling a little bit to keep my eyes open. But I'm hoping that the final run-in will be pretty smooth. Now the wind's died down a lot as well, which really helps.
Hey, you made it!
Yeah.
Good job.
You. Just about. Well, that was a pretty amazing day, exhausting and pretty delirious now, having ridden quite a few hours through the night. Pretty hard to keep my eyes open at the end of it. It's a very long day at like 20 hours or something, but absolutely awesome. Kanza Scramble is amazing. And that's a wrap from Dirty Kanza. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to check out more about this bike, which I rode for the challenge, click just down here. Oh, great. Cheers. Cheers. Nice.
Cheers.